Once upon a time there lived a very rich king whose name was Midas. He had one little daughter whom he loved very much, and whose name was Marigold. King Midas loved gold more than anything else in the world, except his little daughter. One day, Midas was enjoying the sight of gold in his treasure room when a stranger appeared before him.
You are a rich man, King Midas. You have a lot of gold in this room. Nobody else in the world has as much.
Yes, I have, but not as much as I wish to have. I wish everything that I touch to be changed to gold.
The golden touch? But you are quite sure that this will make you happy. And you will never be sorry to have the golden touch.
Never! I'll be very happy.
Be it as you wish then. Tomorrow at sunrise, you will get the golden touch.
In the morning, when the sun rose, the king woke up and saw that his bed had been changed to gold. Midas was very glad indeed. He got out of bed and ran around the room touching everything. He was so happy that everything turned into gold. He went back to the palace to have breakfast. King Midas sat at the table waiting for little Marigold. Soon she came into the room, crying. Marigold held a rose in one of her hands. It was one of the roses Midas had turned into gold.
Beautiful!
Oh, dear father, it is not beautiful. I ran into the garden to get some roses for you. But oh, dear, there are no more beautiful roses there.
King Midas tried to have his breakfast, but every time he touched his food, it turned into gold. The golden touch was too quick for him. Midas then held Marigold's hand to show the beauty of the garden. But Marigold made no answer. Her sweet rosy face became yellow. Little Marigold was a child no longer, but a golden statue. Poor King Midas! He stood still for a moment, not being able to say a word. Then he began to cry.
My child! My dear child! Oh, what have I done?
He returned to the treasure room, and suddenly he saw the strangers.
Well, friend Midas, how are you getting on with your golden touch?
I am the poorest man in the world. I have lost all that my heart really cared for.
Ah, so life has taught you a good lesson. Let us see then, which of these two things is dearer, the golden touch or 1 cup of cold water?
Oh dear, cold water!
The golden touch or a piece of bread?
A piece of bread is better than all the gold on earth.
The golden touch or your own little Marigold, warm, rosy and loving as she was an hour ago?
Oh my child, my dear child!
You are wiser than you were, King Midas. Your heart, I see, is no longer filled with the love of gold alone. Tell me now, do you really wish to give up your golden touch? Go then, and put your hands in the river that runs in your garden. Also take some water from the river, and sprinkle it over anything that you wish to change back again.
Midas lost no time. He did what the goddess had told him. King Midas went back to his palace. The first thing he did was to sprinkle water over the golden statue of little Marigold. The rosy color came back to her face. She was astonished to see that she was wet, and that her father was sprinkling water over her.
What are you doing, dear father?
Marigold didn't know that she had been a little golden statue. Her father didn't tell her how foolish he had been. When King Midas had grown quite an old man, he was fond of telling Marigold's child this very strange story. He stroked her golden hair and said that,
Oh wow, what a beautiful story, grandfather!
I hate the very sight of all other gold except this.